Hi, this is Gwen Foster. I am a huge blood type diet advocate. I have been using the blood type diet for myself and with clients I've been using it for myself forever, like since 1995. I have also been using it with my clients for almost 20 years with great success. There's a lot of, I think, misinformation on certain internet sites and also in magazines and publications about the blood type diet. I've heard there's not any scientific basis. There's not any scientific basis really behind most diets. People have an experience, it works for them, and I think there is scientific basis. But we could say that about any diet: paleo, keto, metabolic, sugar busters, the North Beach diet. There's so many diets that it becomes like super confusing. The blood type diet without having specific blood allergy testing is my go-to to get results with my clients. And most people, I think, don't like the blood type diet because they don't want to hear they can't have wheat, or they can't have corn, or they can't have chicken, or they can't have beef, or they can't have a certain food. So then they go, oh no, this doesn't work. And it's like, really? So I've had even people like freak out over chickpeas, avocados, and I'm like, all right, well, is your health worth it? So I want to tell you a story that happened to me when I was, a long time ago with my health issues. I was on 9 medications a day just to get through every day. And I slept a lot. And I had to sleep during the middle of the day to get through the end of the day. I'd sleep 8 to 10, 12 hours at night just to get through the whole day. And then all the medications, the acid reflux medication, the shingles medication, the asthma medications, the lupus medications, everything. I was just like a mess. And someone told me about the blood type diet, and really at that point I was so desperate I would have done anything or tried anything. And so I did the blood type diet with my sister, and at the time my sister had just had 2 children and she was like over 60 pounds overweight. So I followed the blood type diet for 6 months religiously. If it said no avocado and no black olives, which happen to be avoids from my blood type O, I didn't have a bite of anything that was on the avoid list. Like O's can't have coffee and peanuts, and it's unfortunate, but I survived. And guess what? I got off of 6 medications in 6 months. The only medications I was left with after that was 3, and those were in the asthma category. So I was still on those asthma inhalers, especially the emergency inhaler. And really I had them, but I wasn't using them as much. I wasn't using them as much as I had. And I remember going to the doctor and how they ask you, well, what are you taking? How much? And I was like, not that, not that, not that. And they first kind of freaked out on me. And then they said, well, what are you doing? And I said, the blood type diet. And he's like, okay, whatever. It's like, they don't care. It was like, they just wanted me to be on those 9 medications. And over time, I got off all the 9 medications. But the other thing I want to share is that my sister, who was about between 60 and 70 pounds overweight, she lost 60 pounds in 6 months. She lost 10 pounds a month by basically eating as much as she wanted, not counting calories, not counting portion size, not food combining, not eating at a certain time of day, not fasting for 12 hours. She ate exactly what she wanted as long as it was not an avoid food for blood type O. And then something interesting happened. So when I got healthy and she got skinny, we made a pact because we used to work together, and we said, okay, Monday through Friday, we're going to do what we've been doing. But the weekends, we're going to kind of do whatever. And it was funny because about a month or 2 later, we had been like drinking some alcohol on the weekends, having some Mexican food, doing some things that is hard to do if you're blood type O, because chips and salsa are not on blood type O's food list, and neither is Italian food. And so we started, doing our own thing. And then when about a month goes by, and we both made the realization that we felt like crap on the weekends. So here we felt great Monday through Friday while we're working, and while we were having fun on the weekends and having time off, we felt crappy because we went back to our old ways. And it's like, to this day, my sister's still probably a size 4 or 6. And if she gains 5 to 8 pounds, she just gets right back on the blood type O diet. And for me, I do the same thing. If I start feeling achy or hurt or joints or anything that had to do with the old fibromyalgia days, I get more strict. I'm not strict all the time, but I'm 90% strict every day. But that 10%, I can clean that up super fast if I want to get back on track. And I've had just like a million client stories of how they felt better, how they lost weight, how their brain started working again, just by eating real food. You know, it's really hard to eat out on your blood type diet, because if you go have something like, I'm at a restaurant, you know, you don't even know what all the ingredients are, for one thing. It just makes it more difficult. But when you're having like steak and asparagus, that's pretty easy to figure out. If you're having, you know, chicken and broccoli, it's easy to figure out. But if you're going to a restaurant and something has 20 ingredients in the meal that you order, between the Southwest egg rolls and then the meal and the chicken fried chicken, the gravy, the salad with ranch dressing, and the roll, there's probably something in there that you should not be eating. So my point is that if you can follow the blood type diet, I do think that you can have remarkable results. If you don't know your blood type, if you donate blood, they'll type you for free. And if you go to any lab, pretty much anywhere, it's about $20-$25 to get your blood type. The other thing I want to say is I see trends and I see personality things with blood types. So I see a certain trend of personality with a blood type O, which I've just kind of talked about. But also what I see is that blood type A's tend to have the weakest digestion, just from a blood type perspective and a genetic perspective, I would say. And so they a lot of times will avoid foods that will make their brain work better. You know, so if I see 100 clients and 90 of them are, if I see 100 clients and they have a mood disorder, 90% of those are blood type A's. And it's because blood type A's are usually not eating very much beef. And if they do, they're not digesting it very well. So sometimes it can be, your health issues can just be not eating right for your blood type, and which causes a lot of digestive issues. And another thing I want to say is that some people misunderstand the blood type, and they think that the blood type is an allergy. And it's not an allergy, it's what's causing inflammation because of the digestive process. So for blood type O's, you can't have avocado, for instance. And so if I go eat a whole avocado by itself, I'm not allergic to it, but it makes my stomach very gassy. You know, so there's a response to eating something that causes inflammation. And the problem is, if you're eating that food that causes inflammation with 10 other foods that might be healthy, you've kind of ruined the absorption of those 10 other foods, because that one food is causing some kind of digestive process issue. So you might want to look into your blood type and try to follow it. I would tell you, if you can follow it 3 to 6 months religiously, you should see a difference and improvement in your health. They don't make these anymore, but you can find this information online. This is Tree of Light Publishing, used to make these really nice food charts. And I'm only showing you because it would show the food and whether it was avoid, neutral, or beneficial. It would also tell you what the major avoids food were for your blood type. And it would also list if it was acid or alkaline. It was really a great chart. I wish they would have kept making it. But you can find the information online. Once you know your blood type, you can buy Diadamo's book, which I recommend all of his books. There's recipes for your blood type. There's lifestyles for your blood type. There's foods for your blood type. Just like, for instance, blood type O's do better with a really good heavy workout, like, you know, good cardio and good like pumping weights. A blood type A does better with yoga, Pilates, and more meditative type exercise. So sometimes people will be together like partners or friends, and one of them is more drawn to Pilates and yoga and all that stuff, and the other one wants that hardcore workout to really see results. And that's also kind of a blood type personality. So anyway, if you want to learn more, lots of books by Diadamo, at least 4 that I know of. There's an encyclopedia for blood type. There's like I said, the cookbook, the personality, and the blood type foods. We're laughing because my dog is snoring. And you can also find lots of information online. All right, thanks for watching. Like and subscribe.